Hello, world. I'm here today to give you my review of the Shure MV7 Plus. As you can see, I'm talking through it right now as we speak. Seems to be a very nice microphone. I have plenty of microphones that I was using to do my podcasting with. But I wanted one specific for in studio use that I didn't want to use my recording microphones for the music studio, which I was using one. I didn't want to use a USB microphone because I have a couple of those. If I wanted to use a USB microphone, my choice would be the Samson Go. It's a little mic size of a cigarette lighter that you can just sit down and picks up well. Does a really good job. Not to mention, I have a Blue Yeti as well. But I wanted a very nice in-studio microphone to use for podcasting that had all the bells and whistles. And what did I come up with? Bingo, you see it. The Shure MV7 Plus. What a microphone, man. You don't have to hear taps and clicks when you want to mute it. It's got this smooth touch screen on it. I mean, it's just beautiful. Adds flair to your podcast. It's all lit up and nice. Almost why I wanted to buy a Fee-Fi mic, but I was afraid of the budget mic. But who knows? That may have been the same situation. So, why am I so disappointed in the Shure MV7 Plus? Well, one, I don't know how well it sounds yet. Just got it today. Sometimes I talk from the side. Sometimes I move around. I'll look over here. I may talk. And I wanted to see how it does with sound with that. But I haven't gotten that far because I haven't gotten over my disappointment. And the reason I'm so disappointed is because only in fine print would you know its lack of functions once you buy it. The Rode microphone at Best Buy was a choice that I was going to make. Seemed to have good reviews. And now thinking about it, it's probably the one I should have went with. The new king, the Shure MV7 Plus. Now, I didn't own the regular MV7, but from what I heard everybody say, the MV7 Plus is everything that the MV7 should have been, and seems to be well liked by a lot of people. But here's my gripe, and here's what I want people to know. If you plan to go out and buy you a nice shiny Shure MV7 Plus for a whopping price tag of $279 plus tax, let's just say $300. That is a nice chunk of change. And I have several Shure mics, and not one Shure mic that I bought did it lack description. I had the Shure SM58, which I ended up getting rid of. Didn't really need it. I used the Shure SM57. I have quite a few of those. You know, you got to get right in front of it. It's great for recording electric guitar straight from your amplifier and other acoustic instruments. You know what it does. So Shure's reputation surely told me this is going to be an awesome in-studio podcast microphone. Why is it not? Well, once I open this box, I'm looking at the little pamphlet they gave me. And in this pamphlet, you get to start reading about its features and everything. Connecting via USB, connecting via XLR, LED touch panel, tap anywhere to mute. That's what sold me on this microphone. I did not care that they had their own software to add all these features and condensers and compressors and noise filters. I didn't need that. I have equipment superb for that I do not need that. So that wasn't a selling point to me. Customize your colors. Well, I figured you'd probably have to get your app to do that. But it said it had a fully functioning touchscreen on the microphone. So I thought I'd probably be able to change colors on the microphone. But if I got to download an app to do that, I'm fine. Why am I disappointed? Because when it talks about connecting USB, it tells you about everything that it does. The touch to mute, everything. They upgraded their USB to a USB-C. All good jobs. My way. Connecting XLR. To use the microphone XLR output, simply connect the MV7 Plus to an audio interface or mixer with an XLR cable that's not including and start creating. Small note, and this is the disappointment. The microphone's LED touch panel will not be activated when using its XLR output. Wow. As you can see, on this description here, it says to use either XLR or USB. LED touch panel, color customizable, instant mute, LED touch to mute. App integration, new gen Motive Mix desktop app. Okay, fine. If you want to use that, fine. 2 outputs, USB-C, XLR. A decision there, right? DSP Tech eliminates ambient noise and more. Color variants. You can get it in black or white. MV7 Plus features. I'm talking through it. You're looking at it. I don't get the flare because I don't want a USB microphone. I don't want to use one. I'm tired of all of these USBs hanging out of my computer. You move, your knee hits something hanging out of it, knocks it out. You got your Elgato for your 4K input for your cameras. You got all this stuff sticking out. The less there, the better. Besides, since the creation of microphones, XLR is the way to go. And they could have designed this microphone to have those features with one simple thing. Because anybody who has an audio interface or a mixer that is using this microphone through XLR has what is called phantom power. that could power that. Why do I have to have USB to light up my mic? There are all kinds of XLR microphones out there that have software that you hook up XLR. There's one right behind me, the Slate Digital ML1. They have an ML2 now, but the ML1 is XLR. And they have a whole modeling software for it, where it can literally model any microphone made. I have the Neumann TLM29, the Neumann 102. You don't need them. This microphone is so great, and its modeling is so great, that you can buy this microphone for $800, and you pretty much have every microphone in the world. They can do it. Shure surely can do it. Why sell a microphone that says USB or XLR, and you get it and you find small print in a book that most people don't read, that your mic's not going to have any features because you're hooked up XLR? I don't know if that's a disappointment or a reason for anyone else not to want to buy this microphone. I'm highly disappointed because I thought of a bunch of different microphones to put here, and I said I trusted Shure the most. I mean, I just don't know. I'm just so disappointed in the fact that none of this mic is basically featureless unless you use a USB. Why not just make it a USB microphone? Because that's what it is. If you're not going to allow someone who has XLR to use features, because it's not that it can't be done. Other companies do it all the time. You can power a microphone up with phantom power. Every audio interface, every mixer gives you phantom power. And to call this model the Plus, and you mean to tell me after the first model, you didn't think, hey, for our XLR users, let's go ahead and let them have a mic light up, have a tap to mute feature, use our EQing software, change the colors up. This is a USB microphone. Is exactly what it is. It is not an XLR microphone. Because any microphone, pretty much you can plug in to an XLR if it has a hookup and get voice transfer. I mean, 1935, you could do that. A century ago, you could do that. So to advertise it as anything other than a USB microphone is false advertisement. Shure should not be doing this. I like to say Shure surely should not be doing this. You sold the microphone as USB or XLR, and you advertised all its features. And then you get it, and there's a small footnote that disappoints you and lets you know that you're not getting any of these features because you're plugging it up XLR. What does Shure benefit from it making sure you plug it in USB? Why do they care? And I say again, The technology is old. It's been around that XLR microphones can be adjusted through audio interface. I mean, it's getting converted to digital anyway. What do you think you're doing when you use plugins and everything that exists for digital engineering from an XLR microphone? And phantom power will surely light up all these features on this mic. I've seen studio microphones that did that through phantom power. I cannot think of the names of them, but all of the different features on the microphone worked through XLR phantom power. $300, I could have bought a AKG 2020. Hung that up with a shock mount. Foam pop filter. And would be blowing this mic away. But I wanted Shure. I wanted those features. But I did not want a USB microphone. And through false advertisement, I believe, Shure sold me a USB mic. And then MV7 Plus, stream your true colors, certified for OBS. Well, that's what I'm talking to you through. Well, Streamlabs. But tomato. USB microphone. I mean, leave a comment if you disagree with me. And if you want a USB microphone and you don't care, then you might not be disappointed. Maybe it does sound good. But a lot of microphones sound good. I wanted the design, I wanted the features, and I did not want a USB mic. If I wanted a USB mic, I'd have like I said, the Samson Go is a $50 microphone the size of a cigarette lighter that picks up excellently. And it's just one of the most amazing, for my Omnicast, I used it all the time. I would set it on my altar, and it picked up my voice like I was sitting right in front of it. It's sitting right over there on my table with all my microphones. I use it if I'm on the go. It's brilliant. The Blue Yeti, another one. USB microphone. Sounds good. But XLR sounds better, in my opinion. Now, I've seen videos out there where they compared the two, and they both sounded good. That's about the same on this microphone, whether if you use XLR or USB. Okay? And he even showed that he didn't use any of the, he didn't adjust it to make it sound better. Basically, flat EQ. But just to talk to you now, I have my gain turned up to 3 o'clock. That's a lot on this interface. That's a lot. And that's because they didn't want to put something simple in it like phantom power. But on a USB side, you can use their software, which I would assume works with I would assume it works with Streamlabs. I mean, it would have to. It's a podcasting mic. Or let's just say streaming mic, gaming, whatever you're doing. I do podcasting. But I would really like those to understand my gripe here and leave a comment if you disagree that this is false advertisement. Because I bought a microphone that I had a choice, USB or XLR. Just like the Fi mics, USB or XLR. Just like the Rode mics. You know, them Rode mic, I think they have a mic that's XLR and one that's USB. I don't know if theirs is one or the other. I'm not sure on that. I don't want to quote that. They could be, but they could not be as well. But this is just not right, man. I think that Shure needs to address this situation or just make it a USB microphone. Because with everything on it being dead and useless, that you're paying $300 for all these features and they can only be used through USB, makes it a USB microphone, not a USB or XLR. Because through XLR, all you're getting is a flat EQ line mic going in that you have to pump the hell out of your gain. It's just not fair. I can return it. I can, and I probably will. I didn't want to. I was excited about this mic arriving today. And I don't want to be so excited and like the mic so much that I decide to use a USB mic. Because I just don't want to. I don't want more USBs. I have a powered USB splitter. I call them splitters, but multiple, that hosts, I think it's 15 3.0 USB ports. And I have 7 there. And my computer USB ports are pretty much taken up except a few in the back. Now, I'm not worried about on my computer. I spent $8,000 building this computer. It can handle anything. And I do all my podcasting on here. And stay checking out on Lucifari Veer's channel. More and more is coming. I'm not just doing Facebook Live anymore. I'm coming to YouTube. And we do Omnicast, which is witchery and occult teachings and discussions. We do police body cam reaction videos. And we do This is Hip Hop. Hip hop news and interviews all coming to the Lucifari channel, Lucifari Veer channel. Please, regardless of how you feel about this microphone, or if you agree that this is a USB mic, not an XLR mic, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, and let me know just what it is that you think about the Shure MV7 Plus, because I'm sure that I won't have it long. As always, blessed be, people.